Ever felt like no matter how much you make, the money disappears? It's not a coincidence. The economy is literally built to keep you spending. And if you don't recognize that game, you'll stay stuck in it. Here's a fact: about 70% of the US economy runs on consumer spending, i.e., almost 70% of our GDP comes from consumer spending, meaning the system needs you to keep spending. It needs you to keep buying more clothes. It needs you to keep going on vacation, keep upgrading your phones, and keep buying more makeup that you don't need. It needs you to keep spending. When you spend, businesses profit, shareholders get paid, and the cycle continues. But when you've bought all these things the previous month, how do they keep you buying the next month when you've already upgraded your phone, you've already bought new clothes, you've already bought new shoes, you've already gone out to eat 10 times, you've already gone on vacation? How do they keep you spending month after month to keep almost 70% of our GDP in a positive? There's marketing everywhere, so many ads. We're so used to it, we don't even realize how many ads we see per day. I think when I watch people from other countries talk about the cultural shock they got in the States, one of those things they mention is ads. And we in the States don't even recognize that. But we're bombarded every single minute by ads that make us feel as though we're missing out on something, or we need something in our lives, or they show us how our lives or so boring without that item, or how our lives are incomplete without whatever service or product they are selling to us. And then they make it easy for us to buy. So the moment we think about it, we can immediately buy it. And they sell it to us as convenience. But really, all they're doing is making it so easy for us to give up our money so quickly so we can keep the spending going. Another way they ensure we spend is by making money available to us. It's called credit. Credit cards, so easy to get a credit card, even if you're starting off with a very low limit, because they know you're starting off with only $500 limit. Oh, soon you're going to be owing 500, and the amount of money they would make from you in just a year's period of time on that 500 is double the amount. It's like getting back 100% of their initial investment. Well, now we know credit cards are dangerous. So what have they done? They've given it a fancy name of buy now, pay later. So now it's not this big, nasty monster of credit cards and using credit for something you can't afford. Now it's, oh no, you're just going to make it more affordable for you to buy yet again something you do not need. Never mind whatever interest is being put on there so that next month you're doing another spending called paying interest on what you owed last month. Car loans, student loans, personal loans, all loans in general is all part of easy credit. Now, in some cases, we do need them because who has money to pay tuition? But it's all part of the system nonetheless to keep you spending. Another way to keep us spending month after month so we can keep the GDP growing is making products that don't last. It used to be back in the day, you had products when they break down, you can take it for repair. But now they've made products that are so complicated, it costs more to repair than to buy a new one. So you might as well go buy a new one. Or we've gotten to a point where repairing it takes specialists. And so the repair shops have had to close down because they're not getting enough business. And so now when you need your zipper to be repaired, it takes a lot more work to find a tailor in your neighborhood or in your community than it is to just go on Amazon and buy a brand new pair of pants. There you go, spending. Or through the ads and through TV shows, and who watches TV anymore? Through social media shows, we get to learn that what we have is no longer in season. It's no longer the style of the season. The house is no longer updated. You need to upgrade and update. And so here you go, tearing down to rebuild, thereby spending even more. Or they let you know your car is not representative of who you want to be. You got to package yourself right. And so you need to upgrade your car. It's time for you. You're a big boy now. You're a big girl now. It's time to drive big girl car and carry big girl bags, i.e., designers. How dare you not carry designer? You need to be in that class, you need to be in that status. All these things, whether you need them or not, is all how the system is set up to keep you spending. But if you keep spending everything you earn, you're growing someone else's wealth, not yours. That's the game. You're meant to keep spinning on this hamster wheel. So you keep working harder to earn more, only to buy more stuff. And then you work harder to earn even more, only to buy even more. It's like the more you earn, the more expensive life gets, and you keep spending even more. And the whole time, the top keep building assets. You are helping the top build assets. But now that you've seen the game, now that I've explained the game to you, and hopefully you can see it, you can stop being such a consumer and flip over to being an owner, to own things, to build assets for yourself. And this is where I have a problem with people who say do not buy a house. But that's a whole different video. You want to focus your resources, your money on owning assets. Let other people work for you. If you focus on buying assets rather than spending on all these frivolous things, all the things you spent on last month should be enough for you. Divert your money into things that last, things that pay you back, things that are worth it. So you're not doing all this hard work for the top 1%, right? So rather than giving Bezos even more money, Bezos, please feel free to still work with me and sponsor a video in the future rather than giving your money to Amazon. Divert that money to investments, saving up cash so when we do need a new car, we can pay cash for it and not have to pay interest on the car. Because remember, there's some things that we're just going to need. And so rather than paying interest on it, we can buy it right off and have cash for it. Divert that money into your children's education so that by the time they're 18, that money has grown and you can help with their education so they don't have to take student loans and be forced to do this dance and rubbish that we're having to deal with right now when it comes to student loans. Rather than building the 1% and their family and their homes that are set for generations, put the money towards you. That's another investment you can make. Improve yourself. AI is coming. What sectors are AI proven? How can you get in? Or in the meantime, how can you improve yourself so you can earn more in the meantime and start buying up assets? So at least even if AI takes the job, you're not at such a risk where you end up losing everything you've worked hard for. Building assets, becoming an owner and less of a consumer. Another way to flip the game so it's working for you and not against you is recognizing the marketing tactics that is being used. We are so used to it right now that you don't even realize how much it's influencing you. Even me, that think I have it down or I recognize it. I remember watching an influencer that I love watching. She was on a brand trip, and it's for a product. I was to myself, I was like, I would never buy that because it's above my pay grade. It's above when I go to the store, the price is what calls the shot. So I was like, it's above my pay grade. But then I realized there's brand recognition there. I'm now aware of this product that under normal circumstances, I would have never even looked at because first of all, it's already beyond my pay grade. But now that has become the measuring stick for what I want to buy. And I was like, oh, understanding the marketing tactics that is being used. They employ fear, they employ scarcity, making you think if you don't buy it now, you'll never buy it again. And even recently, I shop at Walmart. I've said that over and over. And Walmart does some good clearance. But recently, has anyone noticed the clearance that they do? The product is for $2, but the original price was $2.50, and they're calling it clearance. Sir, that is a sale. That's not a clearance. I came because you said clearance. Why am I seeing 9.55 or 9.50 when the original price was $10? That is not a clearance. But if you run and spending 9.50 that you never planned to spend in the first place because you think it's a clearance, they got you. Now you've spent money on something you didn't plan to spend, right? I go to that clearance aisle and I love going there. I must confess, I do. I go in there, especially when it's something I need, like my coffee maker, like my bread maker. But it can easily get you for things you don't even need, but because you've seen the clearance sign, that yellow and black sign, and boom, immediately your mind tells you it's okay to spend. Take a look at that original price. I'm sure soon they will probably stop showing the original price. I'm sure soon they will because we're starting to see some games where the clearance is not really clearancing. At the end of the day, we still need to spend. We're still going to have to spend and buy. But once you see the game for what it is, you can start playing it differently. Instead of being just a spender, you can become an owner. And because you focus on being an owner, you're doing things differently. You're now being intentional with your spending. You're mindful where your money is going. You're using your money to build. Every time you're about to spend, you're asking yourself, Is this worth it, or am I being played right now? The choice is yours. It's up to you. Do you want to keep feeding the machine and keep going on that hamster wheel, or do you want to get off and start working for yourself, start building assets for yourself? Now it's your call, but at least now you know. All right, people, I have done my job here. So if you have learned anything or you like this video, then go ahead and hit the thumbs up for me. And if this is your kind of channel or your kind of content, then go ahead and subscribe. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers ASAP. If you're not coming back, please do not subscribe. It hurts me rather than help. So just go ahead and hit the thumbs up. And I will see you all in the next video. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a good weekend or week. I think I'm posting this on Monday. Have a good week.